Hello and welcome to Quill.org. In today's Student Center Best Practices video, we'll be looking at Quill Diagnostics, how to find and get started on the diagnostics from your dashboard, best practices and guidelines for working through the diagnostic, and what happens once you've completed those diagnostics. Quill Diagnostics are one of 5 activity types that you'll encounter on Quill. Specifically, the diagnostics or skill surveys are meant as a way to start a unit or a semester on Quill. They are ungraded assessments that Quill uses to create recommended activities for you, individualized to best suit your needs and support your learning growth. Once your teacher does assign a diagnostic to you, you'll be able to find and locate it from your student dashboard. The first thing that you'll want to do is log into Quill and click into your class section. Once you're in your classwork section, you'll see a Quill diagnostic in your to-do activities. If you also happen to have other activities assigned, like we do here, you can always tell a diagnostic apart by its magnifying glass icon. To get started on the diagnostic, click the Start button on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll then be brought to the instructions page. Read it carefully, click Begin, and you're all set to get started. If, however, you're working on one of our ELL diagnostics, you will also see the option to choose your preferred language. From this screen, you can choose your preferred language for the directions. If you choose a non-English language, the questions and your answers will still be in English, but the directions on each page will be shown in that language of your choosing. As a note, don't worry if you chose the wrong language by accident, or if midway through, you've realized that you would like the directions to be shown in a different language. You can always switch the language at any point during the diagnostic, as shown here. Again, this option is only for our ELL diagnostics. Now that you've started your diagnostic, here are a few best practice guidelines to keep in mind as you work through the activity. The diagnostics can take some time to work through, and we always recommend completing each question thoughtfully and not rushing through. With that said, if you need to take a break at any point during the diagnostic, you can use our Save and Exit feature in the top right-hand corner. Clicking this feature will save your progress on the diagnostic, and the next time you log in, you'll be brought right back to the same question you were working on. Unless your teacher has instructed you to complete the diagnostic in one sitting, using the Save and Exit feature is a great way to save your progress if you are completing the diagnostic over several sessions. The other thing to keep in mind with our diagnostic is that this is the only independent activity on Quill where we don't offer any feedback. In other words, after you answer a question, you'll be moved into the next question, regardless of whether your answer is correct or not. With that in mind, do make sure your first attempt is your best attempt. However, unless your teacher has told you otherwise for your class, all Quill diagnostics are by default treated as ungraded activities. This is because, as we mentioned before, these diagnostics aren't meant as a test, but rather as a way for Quill to accurately recommend activities tailored to meet your needs and help your learning growth over the course of the semester or school year. As a final note, do make sure that if the question asks you to rewrite a sentence, that you follow those instructions. Some questions on the diagnostic won't move you forward unless you successfully include all of the words that you're asked to include. Once you've completed all of the questions on the diagnostic, you'll see your end page screen, letting you know that you've completed the activity. Simply click the Next button, and your diagnostic will be formally marked as complete, and you'll be redirected back to your dashboard. You'll always be able to check whether you've finished your diagnostic or not from your dashboard screen. If you've finished all of the questions and click that final Next button, your diagnostic will move from the To-Do Activities section to the Completed Activities section, as ours did here. Since the diagnostic is not a graded activity on Quill, you won't have a chance to replay the activity like you would on all other independent activities. That means that once you've completed the diagnostic, you are all set. You can check in with your teacher and wait for your new individualized recommended learning plan to appear on your dashboard. Thank you for joining me today. As always, if you have any questions or need technical help while completing the diagnostic, please reach out to us at hello@Quill.org and let us know how we can help.